South Africa's Communist Party, a key ally of the ruling African National Congress, has banned President Jacob Zuma from addressing its Congress this week. The party's spokeswoman, Lingwe Ngunyani, says the decision was based on Mr. Zuma's political problems. This will be the first time that President Zuma, who came into power in 2009, has not addressed the Congress held every 4 years. The SACP has been increasingly critical of Mr. Zuma and called on him to step down over his alleged scandals and his connections to the controversial Gupta family. The Indian-born family is said to have undue influence over his government, a situation that has negatively affected ENC's public support. And African migrants in Israel are facing difficult times after a new tax rule was imposed on them by the host government. The new rule forces their employer to deduct 20% of their wages to put in a fund which they can assess only if they leave Israel. Most migrants believe the aim of the new legislation, which applies only to African migrants and asylum seekers, is to make their lives miserable and inevitably leave the country. While the Interior Ministry says the new rules are intended to benefit the migrants and asylum seekers, whom the government refers to as illegal infiltrators.
The core point is the law is created to make asylum seeker leave the country. They call it voluntary, but involuntary. If you press someone and to leave your country, it is not voluntary, it's involuntary. You make his life very hard from day to day. We are here just to ask asylum. We are not here to grab jobs of Israelis. We are not coming here to stay permanently, like forever. One day we'll leave Israel and to go back to our home. That's our dream.
This is a huge problem for the industry because we don't have alternative for this worker. We don't have nobody in the Israeli society want to work in cleaning and cleaning tables and dishes. So they have this worker. We depend on them.
The deposit law is another decree in a long list of decrees that the Israeli government is implementing in order to abuse the asylum seekers and make them leave the country on their own volition, since the Israeli government doesn't manage to deport them by force.
Let's cross over now to Central Africa, where opposition leaders in the Democratic Republic of Congo have accused the Electoral Commission president of declaring war on the Congolese people by announcing that elections will probably not be held by the end of the year. The president of the DRC's Electoral Commission, Corneille Nangaa, told the French media on Sunday that a vote to replace President Joseph Kabila will probably not be possible this year, violating a deal that led Mr. Kabila to stay on past the end of his mandate.
Residents in Kinshasa expressed their frustration after Congo election head Corneille Nangaa announced that a vote to replace President Joseph Kabila will probably not be possible this year, violating a deal that let Kabila stay on past his end of his mandate. Residents complained that further delays to the elections violates their constitutional rights and they will not accept it.
If there are no elections this year, they are violating their own agreements, because they assured us there would be elections in 2017, because in 2016 there was not enough money. So people agreed to put up with an extra year, which the Catholic priests gave us. But we don't accept any more delays. If they want to violate the Constitution, the people will respond.
President Joseph Kabila has been in power since 2001 under the accord struck on December 31st between Kabila's representatives and opposition leaders. The president is barred from trying to change the constitution to stand for a third term. However, Mr. Kabila says only the Electoral Commission can schedule the vote once it finishes enrolling millions of voters. Opposition leader Felix Tshisekedi denounced the president's announcement, writing on Twitter that the commission had declared war on the Congolese people and promises a full response by the country's main opposition bloc. Also reading a statement by the opposition leader, the party's rapporteur demands that elections be held before the end of the year.
We invite the Congolese people to redouble their vigilance and to stand ready to take an active part in large resistance actions, which we will propose to the nation on July the 22nd during the closure of the second conclave.
President Kabila's refusal to step down at the end of his second elected term in December has sparked protests that killed scores of people.